Hi, Kevin Coop here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy. So, it seems obvious to say that shoppers have a vastly expanded number of options that are available to them when they want to acquire product, whether it's food or clothing or whatever it happens to be. Cars, dishwasher, it's unbelievable. You can find almost anything anywhere. And one of the business models that I've been sort of impressed with is a company called Stitch Fix. Which is basically is a clothing subscription service. And here's basically how it works. So you go on the Stitch Fix site and you give them your name, you give them your information, give them your credit card number, and then basically you fill out a questionnaire that basically helps them understand your shape, your size, as well as your taste, your preferences. This is the stuff you like, this is the stuff you don't like. And it takes a little bit of time. But when they're done, they basically have a profile from which they can start to send you product. And then the idea is you basically sign up for a frequency, let's say once a month. And then once a month, they're going to send you a box up with has 5 items in it. The box is pretty much like this one. And basically, with every shipment that you get, the idea is the selection is going to be a little bit more targeted, right? A little bit more, if you'll excuse the expression, tailored to what you like, because they're learning. Because you get the 5 items, and now if you keep all 5 of them, you get a very nice, you get a nice letter from their stylist, and it explains everything, and it explains how everything goes together. Now, if you keep all 5 items, basically, you get a 25% discount on the total. If you keep anywhere through 1 through 4 items, you basically pay retail. There's a small styling fee, and you have to ship everything back within 3 days, right? And that's the kind of the deal. Although you can get an extension by going on their site. But the idea is with every shipment, they get more intuitive about the things that you like and you don't like. So basically, they're going to send you stuff that more and more you're going to say, ooh, they get me. Now, in my particular household, my wife, my daughter, and my son, they all use Stitch Fix. In fact, my wife and daughter also use the Nordstrom version of this, which is called Trunk Club. Because basically none of them like to go out clothing shopping. And if they can avoid it, they do. Yes, I have a wife and a daughter, neither of whom like going to clothing stores. It's unbelievable. Anyway, they all like it and they all get it. Now, my son really loves Stitch Fix. It seems like from the very beginning, they just totally got him to the point where he had to back off on frequency because he just had too many clothes. My daughter and my wife, not so much. They're always sending stuff back. It seems like they're sending stuff back, more stuff back than they're getting in. But it helps them avoid having to go to clothing stores. So that for them is a win. It doesn't necessarily matter all that much if everything they're seeing there is something that they like. Now, I'm not sure why, but I kind of resisted it for myself, partially because, I got clothing that I've been wearing for 15 or 20 years. I really don't need a lot of clothes, and I basically wear shirts and jeans, and that's kind of it. But I decided, a couple of months ago, I said, I should try this. If I'm going to talk about it, if I'm going to kind of learn from the experience, I should try it myself, see how it works. So I did. Went online, did the whole thing, gave them the whole profile, and I got a nice deal because basically they were willing to give me 3 months for 1 styling fee. Great. First box comes in, fantastic. Okay, all 5 items I really, really like, including this shirt. It's really comfy. It's a nice light flannel. It's great. But the next 2 boxes, not so much. In fact, they batted about 400, which in baseball gets you a first ballot entry into the Hall of Fame. But it was more than I was less than I was expecting for Stitch Fix. The second box, I sent everything back. And in the third box, I think I kept 1 shirt and sent everything else back. Now, on the plus side, I discovered a jeans brand that I'd never heard of before that I love. It's called Mavi jeans. Oh, these are the softest jeans that you're ever going to have. I also learned I just don't need as many clothes as Stitch Fix wanted to send me. I'm going to stay with the service, but I've backed off. I'm going to do it once a quarter. Let's see what they send me in April. I also, to be fair to them, I kind of tied one hand behind their back because I gave them a long list of things I didn't want. I didn't want outerwear, didn't want shoes, didn't want a lot of accessories. I basically wanted shirts and jeans. Go figure. It was something of a challenge for them, probably. But while the experience didn't work totally for me, I learned a lot from it, and it doesn't dissuade me from the idea that this is a great idea, because basically what Stitch Fix is automatic replenishment, right? Now, I love automatic replenishment. I use subscribe and save a lot. I love it with consumables. I love the idea that with stuff that it doesn't matter, there's no reason to go to the store. I love it when the stuff shows up once a month. I don't need it when it comes to shirts and jeans. The real lesson, I think, of this is that customers are not homogeneous, right? Some people are going to want to go to the store. Some people are going to want delivery. Some people are going to want to do pickup. Some people are going to want replenishment services. And some people are going to use all of those services depending on the day of the week, the time of day, and whatever the particular moment happens to be. And it's critical for retailers, if they're going to appeal to customers, to have a suite of services available to them so they can reach out to the customers and satisfy their needs, as opposed to kind of working one, just this is the channel we're going to do, and we're really going to be focused on trying to create a one-size-fits-all environment. Even if there are elements of those different services in there, I think that retailers have to be a lot more aggressive in terms of really getting to know their customers, knowing what products their customers want, making sure they have those products available, and then getting them to in a way that is timely and efficient and effective. It's sort of like creating, I don't know, a customer-centric ecosystem. I wonder what big company is highly focused on that, like Job One. Job One on day one. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.